welcome back to Bluebell Island for episode 8 with me, MrSealyp. I'm back, and after my visit to the mainland, short holiday, well, about a week, travelling around the Lake District, going to various different places, we are back on Bluebell Island. Now, first bit of news, if you haven't kind of kept up to date, if you don't follow me on my Facebook page, I am now on Twitter as well as MrSealyp. While I was away, it was MrSealyp on tour, and I was putting pictures up of actual tractors and things that I'd seen while I was away on holiday. That will be used for various different updates and things that come up, and if I go away at any point, that will be for posting various different things, but they're all linked to my Facebook page, my now my new Twitter account, and my YouTube all kind of link up, so we should be able to find out, or you should be able to find out, what's going on any of them at any particular point in time. A few things need to be changed and fiddled around with on this map again. There has been no update, been away for a week, and I panicked and thought there's going to be updates, I'm going to miss them all, there's going to be new maps, there's going to be new mods, and I'm going to miss loads of them. I have just watched quite a few episodes from Daggerwin, which I missed while I was away, one being the West Coast map by Bullet Bill. Just saw there kind of, a lot of the PC guys got the early release of version of it to have a quick review, first look. It looks just, I mean, phenomenal. If you haven't seen any of them, Landy Kid has done one, Daggerwin, there's a few other guys, go over, have a look. It's brilliant. When it comes out on console, I will of course do a first look map tour, and I am likely to do a let's play on it, because as I've said, if you've watched my let's plays before, I didn't when Colborough Park Farm came out, and I wish I had of. That's, like I've said numerous times, my one kind of big regret was not doing it when I kind of felt I should. I went with what I thought the channel wanted rather than what I wanted to do, and that was a mistake. So anyway, back to what we're doing. We've got 4,891 litres of sunflower off that field. Actually, I'll turn the beacons off now. I'm going to sort that field out, and I'm going to replant sunflower in it, because I'm curious again, same as I was with the corn, to see what I'll get out of it when it's all done and fertilised and ploughed, and whether the yield will be much more. First thing I do though is give some sunflower to the pigs, and the rest will go into storage. I don't know how much they're going to take exactly, but we will soon see. Not too much. The rest will go into storage. So lots and lots seen and done while I was away. I visited the Jennings Brewery up in Cockermouth in Cumbria. Did the brewery tour, and I know there probably is on PC already, but wouldn't it be cracking? I know there's the honey mod, there's one for milk, there's one for, you know, a brewery one would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? To have a brewery, you do barley and you take water, and you know, maybe you could have a maltings where you take the barley and make malt, and I don't know. There probably already is for PC, but I just thought, how cool would that be? I'm going to the wrong place, aren't I? I'm not trying to load, I'm trying to unload. So yeah, anyway, that was all very nice. Cracking time with my wife, brilliant birthday, a few surprises along the way, but there you go. Like I say, I'm back. Normal service is resumed. Okay, the trailer will get put away, and we need to whiz up to the store. Put the cover back on that. Go and put that away. The harvester will need to go away, but we do need to go to the store for the next step on field. I've been away, my mind's gone blank. Field 5 we just did, didn't we? Yeah, for field 5. while I'm turning fields and getting things ready. Obviously you've got crops in the ground which are growing at the moment, but this is playing a bit of a waiting game for a few of them. I do need more straw. I do need to make sure that the animals have got all the feed they need. I was watching one of Daggerwing's realistic series on Dusty Cove that he's doing at the moment. Really enjoying those. But an interesting one is he's running the Seasons mod. And the Seasons mod changes so many parameters on the game, which is fascinating to watch. One of them being, which was mind-boggling, he kind of skipped through the night, and when it ran through the finances, it came up that he'd animals died, 3, and he'd lost cows that died overnight because he hadn't watered them. That's a big change for Farming Simulator, that you can actually lose animals, they can die. That was, yeah, mind blowing. Anyway, off up to the store. I'm up at the store and I whizzed over and grabbed the front loader attachment to stick on the New Holland. I need some pallet forks. I don't own any pallet forks yet, so I'm going to get some pallet forks. The other thing is a couple of sails. I bought the Massey Ferguson 110 and the Massey Ferguson 114. And I did say last episode or a couple of episodes back, I was thinking of getting the Redrock trailer. I've got the Marston Ace, and I wanted to get. Oh, so I've got a kind of range of different trailers. The Redrock trailer by CDModelz. So I'm going to sell this. I'm not going to get a huge amount for this, unfortunately, but that's fine. But it's a cheap mod to buy, so that's the whole point, or a cheap trailer to buy. And I'm also going to get rid of the Gyrax. This was a Blacksheep Modding manure spreader that I got originally for the farm, thinking cracking, different one, haven't used it before. It just seems a bit too big for my liking. No dint on Blacksheep Modding at all. It's a cracking mod. I just, having done the review on the major Muckout 750 by NI Modding, I think it's a better size and will fit better on this map. So it's just a kind of, you know, an aesthetics thing. So first things first, sell that. Sell this. Okay, 22,000. So I'm hoping between the two I'm going to have enough to get what I was going to get. If I go below 106, it's cost me money. Let's see, shall we? So the first things first, I'm going to get the manure spreader and the major Muckout 750. That's only 8,750 to buy. Absolute beauty. Right, we'll set up wide rim colour. I'll leave that standard, I think. So 10,450, it's a little bit more, but I'd rather have the kind of flotation tyres, if that makes sense. Okay, that's the first bit bought. Oh, I'm going to go under. Not obviously not into debt, but that's going to cost me a little bit of money. That's fine. So the Redrock trailer should be through here somewhere. Where are we? There we go. So by CDModelz, and there are 3 variations. You can have the one with the silage boards, I think they're called, with this kind of slope side, which is 20,500, 23,000 litres. You've got the one that's 25,000 litres, and the one which is 17,500. That's the one I'm going for. I don't need the massive ones at the moment, but that's the one I'm going to go for. 16,500 gives me more capacity in my trailers than I had before. And actually, you know what? I'm not. I thought it was going to be 20,000, so I haven't gone below 106. So in selling those and buying the new bits, I'm actually okay. Nice trailer, this. seen a couple of mod reviews on this. I didn't personally do a mod review on it. Seen Dagwin use it on trying to think what maps he was on. Ballymoon Castle, I think it was. He might be using it on Dusty Cove as well. And the Major Muckout, obviously I did a review on that, and I like this one a lot. It's nice, and it's going to fit the map perfectly. The other thing was pallet forks, wasn't it? I need pallet forks, and you'll see why in a bit. Where do I want front loader attachments? Now, the standard ones I often have issues with, but the problem was I found a front loader fork for the Massey Ferguson with spikes or with fork. I'll get that. Hopefully it's the right thing. If it's not, just spent some money I didn't need to spend. There we go. Okay, that should be alright. And it does mean I know it's not going to go particularly well with the black and the blue of the tractor, but when I use the other Massey Ferguson front loader and attachments and stuff, it'll work fine. Okay, right, so new bits of equipment. Trailer will need to be put away. The muck spreader I need to use fairly soon, as I do with the pallet forks. So I'm going to grab the pallet forks first, and we shall see why. I have to say I was incredibly surprised coming back after being away for a week, and I know I took I think 5 different videos with me to post while I was away, and I had massive problems with the internet, which was an absolute pain, I have to say. In various different places you get free Wi-Fi and all the rest of it, but the running speed was so low and so poor I just couldn't upload videos. It took ages and ages, which was a bit of a pain. But anyway, I managed to get them all up in the end. But I was convinced I was going to come back to loads of mods out and all, you know, all sorts of stuff that I'd have missed being able to do reviews on, and maps and updates, but nothing. So I don't know whether Giants are getting a bit stricter on their testing, or whether their staff, I suppose, you know, if companies have their staff entitled to holidays, and if they go off on summer holidays and they, you know, might be short of staff in the office, who knows. But hopefully over the next couple of weeks we'll get some more stuff out. It'll gradually chug its way out. Now, where am I heading to? Oh yes, I remember now. We're off to the sheep. This way. And cut through if I don't hit the forks on the entrance to the barn. I don't want chicken. Oh, too late. Chicken for tea. Looks like it's chicken again then. Need to do a bit of clearing out again. But they have been busy, my sheep, and I've got a full pallet. Hooray! Don't know what it's going for. Let's put them in that way. Unusual. Right, what I'll do if I can, skewer the pallet and then shift it round. Let's see how we go. Oh, doesn't like it very much. Let's just move out of the way. That's better. Now I can actually get the pallet forks in properly. We'll take this up to the spinnery and sell it. All funding gratefully received. So, now I haven't got enough of it that it's worth putting onto a trailer and taking it off by trailer. Just drive it up as it is. Over to the spinnery. I haven't been up there to sell anything yet, so I'll take a little whiz on up. To be fair, if I get up there and the price is really, really low, I might just put it to one side and then sell when the price is better. So we need to head out past Hillside Grains, up on the hill, without driving through the field, which I keep doing. I've slowed down the cruise control a little bit, only because I don't want the pallet flying off the front. It'll make a mess and be embarrassing all at the same time. It's rather bumpy. So this building here, coming up on the left, is the spinnery. Where that... oh, there we go, the sell point's just there. So, before we whiz into the sell point, let's just have a look and see what it is actually going for. Probably going to be really low. 6,300 and rising. Do I wait or do I just sell? It's saying it's red, which intimates that's a very low price. So what I will do, just for the time being, I'm going to load that down and leave that here for a minute. I say for a minute, for a little while. I've got some other jobs to do. It's not imperative that I sell this straight away. See what the price comes up to. What I will do is walk back and oh, footpath, where's this go? And on to the next job. I'm going the wrong way. I've just realised where I need to walk to. I need to walk to the store. Jump the hedge. We'll go cross country. It'll be fine. That's a bit too high to jump, I think. This is the field I own, isn't it? Field 9, yes. Sugar beet, that's coming up. Sugar beet harvest. Right, so back to the store. Let's jump in the bureau. It's actually going to match the major muck out really nicely. Okay. Nice little combo that. Maybe I should have gone with the yellow rims. That would have matched the bureau quite nicely. So, as you can probably imagine, in fact I'm grabbing the major muck out. I'm heading down to the dairy farm. I have some manure. I'm going to use the muck spreader. This is a side-on muck spreader, so it's slightly different to a kind of standard. Say standards, I suppose. There's no such thing as a standard, really, is there? I think we get used to the rear spreading muck spreaders, but I think a lot of the older ones were side-on, weren't they? I don't know for definite. But anyway, those large tyres do look alright on that, actually. I'm glad I went for those. But I'm going to fill this up, and it won't take a huge amount to fill this up, and I'm going to muck spread field 5 before I plough it, which it is going to need doing. So we'll do field 5, and then we'll plough it, and we'll cultivate it, and we'll do all the preparations we need to prior to seeding. That needs to be done. So I don't know how much of that we're going to get done in this episode. The spreading, hopefully. I need to move the harvester off the field. It's not a huge field, but I might need to fill this up a couple of times. This will work perfectly for some of the smaller fields, but some of the larger ones it will need refilling. Why make life complicated? Well, I can just go this way. There aren't that many contracting jobs available at the moment because I did most of them, if not all of them, I think, pretty much. So our manure should be here, and we should have enough of it to fill this up. So park that there. Now, if I remember rightly, so open up the lid, as it were, which is going to make it easier for filling with manure. That will close again. Now, I did kind of correct myself when I did the guide to the mod review on this, and I thought that had to be opened to spray, but as soon as I clicked hire worker, it closed that lid down, and somebody commented, no, you have the lid closed down when it sprays, so it comes out sideways, not kind of, I suppose looking at it, it would go almost directly up and it wouldn't go anywhere if you had that open. Actually, so let's go and grab how weird. I thought I'd turn the engine off and then got out. Now what we'll do is jump into the Massey Ferguson 200C because we have the shovel. We'll take a few loads. It's not a huge bucket, but it doesn't need to be. I always forget, and it's interesting, on a lot of these older vehicles, the brakes aren't that great. Did also see a mod review kind of thing on Blacksheep Modding's site to say that with the Massey Ferguson pack, the two-wheel drive tractors, whether that will come to console or not, are true two-wheel drive. They're adjusting it so if it's four-wheel drive, all four wheels drive. On the two-wheel drive, they don't. It's going to be true two-wheel drive. It looks amazing. Let's fill this up. Only takes 5,000 and something litres, so it's going to take less than 3 buckets to fill this up. I don't have a huge amount of manures at the moment, so I'm not going to be able to do many fields like this. That's why I thought I'd give it a go on field 5. I haven't done any manure spreading on a Let's Play in, well, as long as I can remember. I mean, I probably have at some point, but I really don't remember doing it. So this could be a first. This could be a Let's Play first for me. Probably parked that way too far away, but doesn't matter. I could get away with using a bobcat to do this. Oh, it just drops on the floor. Idiot. I need to pick that up. Yeah, I could use a bobcat. I'm thinking about a telehandler, but I don't think a telehandler would fit on the map, so I'm trying to think of what I could use instead of a telehandler. I've got a couple of ideas in my head, so we'll see what kind of works. And there we have it. We are full with 202 litres left in the bucket. Don't need that for the time being, plus I'm going to need to clean out the animals, so I need to really empty that out. And jump out. Right, perfect. We now have muck, manure. Lovely. Let's close that down and get out to field 5. Let's get some manure spread. Beauty with this muck spreader as well, it only needs 50 horsepower to operate, so for these small tractors, absolutely perfect. Just realised what I've done wrong. Well, not what I've done wrong. Remember your map. It's your island, you idiot. I can get to the field this way rather than driving all the way around. There we go, right. So the interesting thing about this is, because it's a side spreader, and it's coming to the edge of the field first, should be, thinking about here, get this just right. And away we go. We are muck spreading. So we are. She is muck spreading. I'm watching out of curiosity to see how much it's going to use, how it does the turn, see if the worker ends up in a ditch like it did with the harvester, and if it's working fine, then what I will do is move the harvester. Is that an 8-metre spread? I'm not convinced. Anyway, there we go. We are spreading. as you can see, I have a slight issue. My muck spreader has spread every bit of muck I've got. I've used all the manure from the cows, all the manure from the pigs. I think I've done 3.5 loads, I think I had in total, and I've got this much of the field left to do. So I'm going to have to whiz out here with the fertiliser spreader to do the last bit, which is not what I intended, but I can't do a lot about that. This has worked perfectly and I'm very happy with it. Yes, I've had to go back a few times to fill up, but that's what you'd have to do in real life anyway. Just annoyed that I ran out of manure. I thought I'd get away with it, but one of those things, can't do much about that. So I will get out here with the fertiliser spreader. As you can see, it's only the last quarter, maybe between a quarter and a third of the field left really, so it did alright, probably a quarter. Take this back and put it over by the dairy farm. Field number 3 is on its first growth stage now, or the second part of its growth stage, so I can get the weeder going on there. That'll be the next thing to do. And fertiliser spraying, I need to get a fertiliser sprayer. That's going to be a purchase coming up, I suppose, is the best way of putting it. Although I may have to have the fertiliser sprayer bought in by ship from the mainland, because I don't think they have them at the store. Quite a newfangled piece of equipment, so that will have to be quite literally shipped in. But that is the end of this episode, episode 8 on the golden days of farming. I hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly have. It's nice being back, using some different equipment. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share this video, please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.